Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C., Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay. Personal disclosure, I do not concur or respect or align with these viewpoints. This is from WordPress. It's a quite old article from 1998, but the reason I want to read it is because it lists a lot of Scientology auditors. Okay, so the Sanctuary of Standard Scientology Technology is dedicated to Pierre Ithier, a flag train Class 7 auditor, honored as the best auditor on the planet for over a decade. Okay, then disclosure underneath, or disclaimer. Pierre Ithier does not associate and does not endorse the corporate Church of Scientology, the Free Zone, and related groups. So you did the same thing I did. Okay, here's a complete list of all Class 7 auditors ever made. Something tells me it's not complete. Posted by admin, gotta love the genericness. Reprinted. That'll be something I check out from http://www.upperbridge.org. The list was compiled in 1998. This is a reprint of the original list. In 1990, I became the 41st Class 7 to be made. This is all an artificial construct. Following this is the entire list of Class 7 auditors ever made. The list is complete and absolute. I personally don't believe that. I have checked it and cross-referenced it with many individuals. See more genericness, never listing names. The list reflects information as of 1998. Only the few, if any, Class 7s made after 1998 would not be on the list. If someone's name is not on the list, they are not, nor ever were, a Class 7, period. You guys see what they're doing. There's probably a lot of people that were Class 7, they just don't want to list them. Oh, the mind control is real. In other words, they are fake if they claim to be one. You see this? They're covering for the ex-Scientologists that are speaking out. That's what they're saying. List of all Class 7 ever produced in sequence. The 8 original Class 7s. Tori Magoo was a Class 7. The ship train Class 7. Ooh, another ship. Do tell. Were there children on that ship? The Flag Land Base, Class 7s. This list has been also cross-referenced with records and the Apollo crew. Oh, it's another one of their ships. 1971. That provides a list. Oh, is this like the ship list that I was talking about, you guys? You guys remember I was saying, wouldn't you like to see who was aboard those ships? You know, the ones with all the child essays? Huh, inquiring minds do want to know. This has been also, you know, they're telling us the third time it's been cross-referenced. We get it. This list has been also cross-referenced with records and the Apollo crew 1971 that provides a list of the auditors personally trained by LRH. Ooh. In Division 4, the Apollo crew list identifies the following auditors. Oh, I think we got some answers, you guys. On the ship that will become Class 7s later on. Oh, I'm keeping this. Lieutenant Otto Roos, Class 5. Remember, you guys. Let's see, is this the one where the ship? Yes, you guys, remember. Apollo crew, 1971. Remember all of the girls that were sexually assaulted on these ships. And there were some boys as well. There were. I read one of his accounts, and I can go back and get it if I need to. Lieutenant Otto Roos, this fake military, it's just a joke. T.L. Jeff Walker, because they want to be a lieutenant. Keep trying. Class 5. W.O. Lise Klingval, Class 5. Ian S. Toms Klingval, Class 5. Lieutenant Quentin Hubbard, Class 5. It is my opinion, and I strongly feel, that Lieutenant Quentin Hubbard was murdered. I really believe this. Lieutenant Brian Livingston, Class 5. MSM Mike Moyer, Class 5. On retrain in HCI. W.O. Lucy Mielzarek, Class, I think that's 6. On retrain in HC. Did not make it to Class 7. LRH auditor at the time. Well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Did she know too much about LRH? Wonder whatever happened to her. Wonder if she was one of those young girls on the ship. You know, the Commodore messengers? That were like 12, 13, 14. Yeah. P.O. Ron Shaffron, Class 6. Also, I just remembered, I can't think of her name right now. There was a girl on one of the, she was a girl, she was young. There was a girl on one of these ships. I can't remember which one. It might have been the Apollo, could have been the Free Winds. There's some other ships, by the way. She was sexually assaulted numerous times by more than, how it was so bad that she was sexually assaulted by numerous male crew members on that ship. Nothing was done about it. They were actually making jokes about it. The guys on that ship were making jokes about her having S with them. In fact, what they were doing was taking her by force, which is rape. P.O. Ron Shaffron, Class 6, I believe. I'm going to be following these links. Let's see what this is. These are the ship lists that I was talking about. And I just found them on accident. There's more. Huh, ask and you shall receive. Well, isn't that weird? It just sent me on a loop. Total. S4, Class 7s. Does not include anyone trained after 1998. But does include everybody else. Why do they keep repeating themselves? What are they trying to hide here? It does not include people who enrolled onto the Class 5 course, but never completed training to Class 7. And I personally wonder why these certain individuals were not allowed to go up the bridge. I do wonder about that. Greg Wilhere, Carrie Gleason, Christine Marquardt. If you guys didn't know, we're going to say complete again because they already told us it was the 5th time now. So that means there are omitted names, obviously. Complete list of all Class 7 auditors ever made. And look at how many declared are here. O.J. Ross declared. You know, suppressive, but that doesn't exist anymore, does it? Lise Klingval declared. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how they get to Class 7 or Class 8 and then they're like, I'm fucking out of here. You know why? Because they find out that it's all a great big ruse. It's a con. Tommy Klinsval declared. Mike Maurer departed the Sea Org. And also, too, we have to keep in mind, a lot of these names, like I was reading earlier, these men were on the ship. The ships where all these young girls and some boys were essayed. Leon Steinberg declared. Quentin Hubbard, deceased. Again, my opinion, I strongly feel, and it's my opinion and that's free, I feel strongly that Quentin Hubbard was murdered. Go look at his case. And you'll see there's a lot of similarities with people that, in quotations, offed themselves. You know, there's a tube, you know, connected to the automobile, and it's always exactly the same. Like, come on. Alex Sibirsky declared. Brian Livingston declared. So isn't it interesting that all of these OT7 people were declared or deceased? It must be a coincidence, huh? Could it be that all these people on these names, they're trying to control the narrative? So that's why they're calling them declared or deceased? It's just making me wonder, because obviously there's got to be some OT7s that are still in there. And this is in 1998. John Ousley, declared and deceased. Those ones always make me look side-eye. Like the Sea Org member that was found in the swimming pool with chains tied to him and drowned. His feet were bound with a chain, and then the heavy object was put on his feet, and that's obviously a murder. I covered that one. I can't think of his name right now. John Ousley, Ron Shafran declared, Merrill Mayo declared, David Mayo declared, Jeff Walker declared. You see, they're trying to control stuff. David Mayo declared, Jeff Walker declared. For anyone who doesn't know, that means suppressive. That's how they keep controlling everyone. Murray Chopping declared, Russ Meadows declared, Alex Gerber declared. All men, by the way. You guys see that? What is the connecting factor of what happened to those young girls and boys on those ships versus what I'm reading right now? They were all essayed by men or young boys. How many of those young boys or men names are we reading right now? Paulette Ousley declared. Karen de la Pierre departed the Sea Org. Isn't that an oddball thing to say? Hint, hint. Gwen North declared. Ray Mithoff. Carolyn Webb. Elaine Kardozinski, deceased. Minty Alexander, so apparently that person was still alive. Alan Stave, Miriam Stave, OT8, deceased. It's just weird to me. I'm not saying everyone is a bad person that gets to OT8, unless you're getting auditing from children. But isn't it oddball that the majority of these people are declared deceased? That's what you call cover-up. David Jelly, permanently ordered off tech lines by RTC. Ooh, you're so important. Rick Sheeby, permanently ordered off tech lines by RTC. Peter Buttery, OT8, permanently ordered off tech lines by RTC. Could it be that these OT8 men that I just mentioned figured out what a bullshit lie it was? That it was a con? That they gave all their life and all their money to the lies? Bodil Tucker, so that person at that time was alive. Tony Rogers, Linda Sedejko. So if you're going up the bridge, you're an auditor, right? So are these adults getting their auditing training right next to the children getting the auditing training, or are the child auditors helping to train the adult auditors? I want to know. Malin Gelfand, Richard Reese, deceased. Lisa Rentschler, Carol Schwartz. You guys know a lot of these people are probably out now if they're not deceased. Rick Alexander, off tech lines. I don't know what that means. Joe Struthers departed the Sea Org. You guys know what they do when people want to leave the Sea Org, because it's such a negative experience for most people. They like to shame them because they didn't want to be a complete mind-controlled slave and work 18-hour days and never see their family. Pierre Ethier, Jim Sedejko, off tech line. Another foreign name there. Pierre Ethier is a foreign name, more French. Ingrid Keller sounds German. Departed the Sea Org. It's amazing how fast I found this. Must be a miracle. Anne Glushkakau. Oh, another foreign name. Edie Lundin, off tech lines. I don't know what off tech lines means. Bruce Glushkakau. Oh, another German type name. Gotta love those R1 visas. Jerome Bloom, Nina Paul, Cheryl Wigland, Hank Borland, Norman Herring, Sherry Raby. And they're exalting this guy. You guys know. Did he help cover up all that child SA of the child auditors? Because you know somebody was doing it. It's funny how they're so over the top. Complete list of all Class 7 auditors ever made. Ooh. The original 8 LRH trained Class 2s. You guys think that all that this transpired just because of the mind of one person? LRH, come on now. Look at this. Honesty, integrity. I mean, I don't know these people personally, so it's not fair for me to... But I just get creepy vibes from all of this because we all know that the children are auditing. Honesty, integrity, respect, compassion, professionalism. Now, people probably do mean well. He's from Canada. My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. I can't point the finger at people without knowing them personally. I don't think it's fair to do that. But they did honor him, and the thing is, we all... Oh, he got heavy. That's a shame. You see, a lot of these people are so stressed. And so they either overeat, drink too much, you know, they partake in things to just regulate their nervous system, to calm them down. Even Tori Magoo talked about her weight loss. So I'm not here to judge. I used to be heavy set. I can barely keep weight on now, but he gained about 100 pounds there. Wow. It's a shame. They got a donate button. Oh boy. They do wash it out that the children are taking all these courses and that, though. Let me see. There's a lot of kind of interesting stuff here. Let's see. Keep Scientology working. Let's see what this is. Listen to that, you guys. Can you say mind control with a capital M? And meanwhile, this guy gained like 100 pounds. And no shade. How to keep Scientology from working. Abandon any part of its technology that conflicts with private interests of its principles. That's telling you to like go against your gut, to not have any personal thoughts of your own, to not have any questions, to not have any thought of yourself. Don't care for yourself. That's a hive mind. So, I mean, if he was pushing that, like, that doesn't make him the greatest person, but a lot of people, they really don't know what all's going on. Unless I get some hard proof evidence, I can't, like, point my finger at someone and say, you know, you're the Antichrist. But the problem here is, we all know about the child auditors. And there's no mention of the child auditors, nor are their names listed, of course. Let's see, list of important staff at St. Hill. I'm just going to look at it and then maybe check it out later. I'm gonna make that a separate video. Okay, you guys. I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.